What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence, my YouTube channel where I talk about music and do reviews on albums and EPs and basically everything metal. And if you happen to be a fan of deathcore, metalcore, or hardcore, whatever, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe, ring the bell icon. That way you don't miss out on any of my future content. It just helps support me and my channel and what I do, and just makes me feel good about myself in general. And we got another Friday right around the corner, so that means we got a new Music Friday, and there's not really any albums that are coming out, but a lot of singles came out, and actually just this week in general, not even tomorrow, we got a couple things that came out on Tuesday and Wednesday, and some of it was it was pretty unexpected. The first one that caught me off guard was Underoath. It came out with a new song yesterday titled Damn Excuses. Underoath is one of my favorite bands. They have like a 4-album streak of just straight up perfection, from Changing in Times to Lost in Sound to Separation. Some people might not like Changing Times that much. They had a different vocalist. Spencer wasn't with them, so it's a little bit different. But god dang it, that album is so good. That's the first album I listened to from them, and it's what got me hooked on Underoath. And after that, I just went through everything and listened to all 4 of those albums, just non-freaking stop. And then when they came back in 2015 with Erase Me, I was very, very excited, and then I listened to it. And then I was very, very sad. So I feel like this song, Damn Excuses, can go one way or another. They can continue with that kind of sound that they used on Erase Me. It wasn't a bad album, but it was just a very weak comeback album, especially for the first single, On My Teeth. I listened to it and it was just very underwhelming. So I feel like maybe since they kind of got that out of their system and they've been hanging out a lot more together, well, I guess not since the pandemic, but they've been around each other more and talking about music, and Aaron's back in the band, and maybe they'll go back to that kind of older style of just a mess of music that just sounds so beautiful that they're so good at doing. Slaughter to Prevail also released a new track yesterday off of an upcoming album. The track is titled Zavali, Ebalo. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I cannot speak Russian. This is one of the heaviest deathcore bands with one of the most talented, celebrated vocalists, Alex Terrible. And while I'm looking forward to this album and this song, which I will probably be doing a review on, I get kind of bored with their music. Like, I understand that they're not really a very serious band. Like, if you look on Alex's Instagram, he's basically just messing around the whole time. He just has fun with it, and you definitely get that from their music, but they're kind of a one-trick pony musically, to me, even. So when I listen to like 4 of their songs, it just kind of becomes mundane and monotonous, and it's just the same thing over and over again. I do recognize that they were extremely brutal and overly heavy, like just insanely heavy. Demolisher, I did a review on Demolisher. I didn't like it all that much, but honestly, I listen to it quite often just because of how fun it is. And you could tell the band is just having fun. Alex's vocals are always great to listen to. So, I mean, even if I don't particularly give this a high rating, it's probably going to still be a pretty solid track. We Came as Romans also released a new track titled Darkbloom. This band is really close to my heart just because I got their CD. I think my wife got me Cold Like War probably about a week or 2 before Kyle ended up passing away. So that was it was kind of a dark moment for me. I was so excited. I got the CD, I was listening to it nonstop, and then Kyle ended up passing away, and it was a very sad time. The band managed to push through this though, and they're still around. They haven't replaced him. David Stevens stepped up, and now he's doing the clean vocals, and he sounds so good. He's one of my favorite metalcore vocalists. And it's weird because this band has been around for a long time, and they've done nothing but produce amazing music, but they always fly underneath the radar. Like, and sometimes I forget about them, and I feel bad about it because like they'll pop up on my Spotify. I'll be like, dang, who the hell is this? And then I'll look at it, I'm like, oh, it's We Came as Romans. That's why it sounds so good. So I'm definitely looking forward to this song. I don't know if I'll do a review on it. I'm not sure if there's an album coming out for it. I kind of hope so. I'm really excited for new music from these guys. I've been watching their live stuff from Vans Warped Tour and stuff like that very often. So I'm pumped for new stuff for these guys. Crystal Lake also released 2 new tracks titled Curse and Mephisto. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I gotta admit, I was not a fan of their last album that came out with, Helix. I could not get into the synths kind of stuff that they used. And also like the rap style vocals in Plus 81 and Outgrow. And they also have this 1-minute track on there titled Ritual, which it's just so silly. It's like a 1 minute, a little bit over 1 minute song that's like this military, like psyching yourself up kind of thing. And I could not get into it. But they do have some really, really good songs on that album. Like the singles that they released were phenomenal. And they got me so excited. And I did a review on it as a request for Request Wednesday. And even though I didn't like the album, I still recognized the talent. And just because it wasn't really my cup of tea and I wasn't really into it, I'd still recognize that it was done well. So I gave it an 8 out of 10. Yes, even if I don't like something, I still try to rate it as fair as possible. I try not to let my opinion get in the way of if music is actually good or not. So I might not do a review on the new album or even these songs. I'm always up for giving them a new chance, but I don't like beating a dead horse. If I don't like a band, I kind of just don't like it and I try to move on. Unless the people keep hounding me to do it, then like Amir, then yeah, I keep giving them more chances. So I don't know. If this gets a request, I'll probably do it. Otherwise, I probably won't look into it all that much. And this isn't really new music per se, but August Burns Red and Fit for a King are doing like this EP collab thing titled Guardians of the Path, which is like a mixture of like August Burns Red's last album, The Guardians, and Fit for a King's The Path. They just put together. It's not like a full-blown band thing that they're doing. They're just swapping out vocals on different parts. Jake Lures is going to be singing on some of Fit for a King's, and Ryan Kirby's going to be singing on some of August Burns Red songs. It's just going to be just a collab that I'm pretty sure Fit for a King started it, and they've done it with a couple bands so far, and it's actually turned out pretty well. I'm not really that big of a fan of anything Fit for a King has done lately. Dark Skies was pretty good, but it got kind of boring after a couple listens, and The Path was just a very, very bland disappointment to me. But I do see that they're going to be bringing back some old August Burns Red songs. Like I saw Provisions is going to be on there. And while I'm not that big a fan of Fit for a King, Ryan Kirby is a freaking talented vocalist. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to hearing just what they can do differently, what different vocalists bring to the table. Even though I'm not a fan of FFA Keys' The Path, I'm still looking forward to seeing what Jake can do for it and what Ryan Kirby can bring to the table for August Burns Red song. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm excited for it. And I kind of hope that maybe, just maybe, if they're together on a tour, they'll swap out. Oh, that'd be sick. That would be, I hope they do that. We're also getting new tracks from Memphis May Fire, Captain Chunk, which I was a huge fan of their last song. I did a review on that one per request, and when the album comes out, I will definitely be reviewing that. But an unknown band, well, 2 unknown bands, we're getting a split EP from a band called No Home and a band called Ghost Chant. And it just popped up on my Spotify, and I started following them. And I listened to one of the songs off of this EP. I think it's called like No Strangers or Strangers, something like that. And oh my God, it's so good. It reminds me of like Counterparts, but not quite as dirty sounding as Counterparts, but it has that melodic hardcore thing going on. And it sounds so good. After I listened to that, I listened to it earlier today, I just started going through all of No Home stuff, and it's all good. So I'm looking forward to this EP. I'm sure nobody's heard of it. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out those 2 bands because they're fantastic. And I know I missed some stuff that's being released this week, so go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know what you're looking forward to. If you have a review you want me to do, also leave a request down below letting me know what it is. It'll be featured on Request Wednesday. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. I try and make these videos as candid as possible and more laid back than my normal presenter-y kind of review videos, just because you guys have mentioned before in the past that you kind of enjoy this more laid back style. Plus, I like it because it's a lot easier for me to edit, if I'm going to be completely honest. So if you want to see more of my videos and you're just into metal reviews and stuff, please, again, feel free to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Help support me and my channel. And again, it just makes me feel good about myself, and I appreciate it more than you guys could ever imagine. And I hope you guys will have a good rest of your day or night and weekend, or whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.
I was strong, an ignorant kid relying on my parents said to save me. Years gone by, turning over, ignoring everything. Said to convict me, 17 at the top of my head.